Gonna fake it.
Fake.
Oh! It's such a good fake.
Since we
KARMINE CORP versus Space Station Gaming. SSG right off the rip went for a kickoff.
See what we're going to actually
they went for a strat. Guys, I heard from multiple teams that KC have been unbelievable recently.
Lots of questions.
Like very good.
Gaming wanting to put forward a lot
So let's see how they do back at their first event.
Honestly,
you know, they didn't make the last major because they had a rough online split.
Space Station, they've just been very consistent.
Cap, yeah,
at being
Cap.
number 4.
But no, they've been very good.
Moment, but they just haven't quite
On the other hand, Chicago said they've been feeling pretty confident. Things have been going pretty solid. Let's see how they do.
So both ends of the field gonna feel a lot of pressure.
LJ up in there early.
LJ, my player to watch for
I think we're gonna need an LJ masterclass. Hawks in Chicago doing their job.
Series we've seen SSG play on LAN.
And let's see what happens. Let's have some fun.
He has been astonishing. One of the best players in North America at the moment. Like easily.
The guy asked me to take Monty's stick out of my mouth. You're weird.
But the team performance hasn't necessarily been there at every.
Monty did follow me on Twitter. For those that did not know.
Make sure that we see him pop off. Make sure that he is again that target man as ever. KARMINE CORP are a lot more rounded, a lot of quality in every single player on that side. I think a lot more evenly spread amongst them.
I agree. Here comes.
So far.
Want to try and take this one away. Rise and him just playing the slow game, pinballing back to each other. This one breaks past second man. Rise tried to go off the backboard. Great clear there from LJ.
Holding their own, definitely.
Demo in the back end of things from Chicago, which is what you want to see. If you're a KARMINE CORP fan, you want to see the demos coming through, especially when Space Station.
I'm sure KC have some nerves. First time playing like in a big match in a minute, right? I'm sure they got a bit of nerves.
It's a minute 45, and it has been a lot of KARMINE CORP.
But yeah, my prediction for this series, I'm gonna go KARMINE CORP 3-1.
Round 1, round 2 goes for the bump on the man. And
I'm gonna take K-Corp in this 3-1.
Though evades that push. It's gonna make sure that this game stays 0-0 so far. We've seen a lot of chips come through so far for KC as well. Each one actually working its way past the SSG.
I definitely do think K-Corp are favored to win this series.
I like this one around the corner.
I would love to see SSG come out and win.
And even just the rest of KARMINE CORP are trying to play this very close. SSG a little bit further away, so it opens up some space for KC. Vatira takes this one low. Great challenge there from Hoxer as well, but low boost means
the boring ass picks 3-1 every series. I've literally gotten like every series like exactly right with my predictions other than like one.
Really, you gotta play a patient game here. You can't be too over-aggressive with KARMINE CORP. You gotta be
actually, I said OG would lose 3-1.
Any given moment.
I mean, this really is, I think, the epitome of both teams feeling each other out. They have never played in their current
Hey, Pepperoni, thank you for the 5. I appreciate it.
With one, London with the other. World Championships is where they're going to be colliding. Atto now central. Tavati ceiling down. Rise was on target for the top corner, but instead Hoxer is going to make sure he shuts them down early. 2 minutes. As we tick through the game, LJ challenged by Vatira again. Rise shot on an open net, but with not enough power. Chicago
so far, though, pretty even game, man.
Great slow down there. Again, Space Station playing a very good defensive game. A little bit of a miss there. Missed opportunity at least, but LJ trying to keep it going. Low boost for KC right now, and Chicago to collect.
Good flick.
Powerful flick over one means SSG have the opportunity to break on inside, and then
you got a demo on him.
Could float this one down too, but
demoed LJ.
Back to the backboard just in time. 90 seconds to go. Completely scoreless.
LJ on that right-hand side, challenged again by Rise. Now Chicago beating out Atto.
Pretty much,
over the side of Vatira. Makes it a lot more awkward for him to try and push his way through. Rise up high. Can Vatira get there first? He gets there second, but the block is just as good no matter where he's going to be touching it. But the pressure, my word, Space Station Gaming are putting on the press against a team that have not been in this position for a very long time. Chicago with a flick. Batty saving. Hoxer,
that's a good bump.
More pressure, more touches, and Hoxer, the opening goal versus Europe.
And the SSG guys all looked at each other and just got some confidence after that one. Chicago bumps Rise, backs off his. He was going to save it, but he kept going, had to backflip off it, and it goes straight in. They're a minute away. That's a big if they win this game, this is huge for confidence.
Back into kickoff they go. Rise. He's going to try and get this response.
They said they've been doing pretty solid.
Down, bounce up. Vatira, he's on the lurk.
Oh my God.
It was almost dangerous territory from a Hoxer touch right there, but somehow SSG still alive.
He's going to fake it.
He spots
oh!
and he's through.
It's such a good fake.
On LAN. Since we saw
Hoxer had to dodge the bump. Atto
Atto
basically just shields the ball and the whole angle that Hoxer has to take at it. And just a great shot, Vati top right.
They're so clean with it every time. And to see them back into the rhythm of things, that's what you want. Great response, very condensed, short period of time for them to get back into things. 37 left on the clock, though. Who's going to try and steal this lead?
A steal it will be, because these two teams have been utterly even right up to this point. Hoxer from his back whilst working past Vatira, but a strong challenge. That is what he's been known for. So frequently, those
Why are they in camo? I have no idea. I don't like it either, though.
He's doing fantastically in Europe as well.
I think it might be promoting the merch.
No, what? He's going to pick up on the pitch.
What the hell just happened?
With 15 seconds left. Rise may well have stolen that
Vati pops it out off the corner. Hoxer gets too aggressive.
Almost like a magnet and completely low boost for all of SSG.
True. You're probably right, Garrett.
Nobody was
Texas
getting back into that in time. And like I said,
get a little country on it.
Lead. KARMINE CORP take it with 14 to go.
I mean, we talk
and
about
this looks like one of those games that is going to hurt Wait, he missed.
On LAN. Towards the end of the series, we've not had any of those dramas so far with SSG. But you know what, I won't count them out. That's going to be dropping low.
Man, that one kind of hurts if you're an SSG fan.
Ferrer and the boys
KARMINE looking solid, doing their thing.
It is a rough
All right, here we go.
Clean slate.
Panga, thank you so much for the 3 months. Mud TV, thank you so much for tier 1.
That kind of talk back on LAN as well. A lot of teams do it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like...
Would you have steady hands that situation? Yeah.
Rise, stand up, shouting,
I wouldn't even be thinking about anything. Other than how his shit on Chicago.
That he is there, that he can put them off in any way possible.
Dude, Garrett, when I played at, you know the Universal 2v2?
This winning streak.
We qualified for the LAN and we played against Squishy, and this is when I was like new to the scene. Dude, I swear to God, I was shitting myself that whole way. Walking up to play against them, him and Gimmick, I was shitting myself. I couldn't feel my legs.
Chicago just gonna send it on back.
I was like, oh,
Vatira to collect, and KARMINE CORP just lurking all the way around. The cheat-ups coming through. Everybody trying to make the rush. It could work, but the goal line save keeps KARMINE CORP back.
Is that the first or the second one? It was the one they won.
Chicago can clear it away. But this
we beat like Alu and like Kynot Tyler to qualify or some shit. Me and Relly. And then we drove to Chicago and got our ass kicked.
He's kind of my player to watch too, in all honesty, for different reasons than LJ. I feel like he's that third man that if Hoxer's actually extremely involved, this could be a whole new story, but same could be said on the other end of things.
Got this final.
All right, fuck it.
Fuck it.
We're here.
Managing to whip up a lot of chances.
Where did that come from?
Chance though for SSG to show off their defensive
play. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I think it was like
Esports World Cup.
I think you had JNAP's your teammate, right? And he had who do you have as a teammate?
Blocked out
Rapid and First Killer or some shit.
Rising through to the backboard again. Rise now with a miss.
I think I watched it.
Has to take over.
This one pitches back, Vatira to follow, and I do like this from Chicago. He's been playing very, very deep third, and that is a great way to be aware against how many shots KARMINE CORP are inevitably going to be putting up, and there's another one, but this one,
how'd this go in?
Defended. It's in
Rise, Vati, and Atto getting more confidence. Atto hits it around, gets a nice bump on LJ, opens it up. Chicago can't get back. Vati slots it. Great play by Atto. Hits it around one, bumps the next, takes 2 out of the play. Chicago's not back yet.
1 goal lead for KARMINE CORP.
Takeoff strat comes out for SSG though.
Different story. SPACESTATION were the first on board. The question now is, how quickly does it take for SPACESTATION to get back into it, or does KARMINE CORP just continue to
You know what's weird about these? Oh, double demo
Rise,
comes out.
Vatira, going for
this
the demos,
SSG team, it feels like they can keep up with teams. They just can't get over the hump, if that makes sense. It just feels like they can always hang in there. They just can't really like put the final nail in the coffin on these games.
He was another standout player on SSG.
They never look bad. Yeah, I just feel they always like are just they're always hanging in no matter what. They just can't close it out.
I completely agree. I think Hoxer, as time has gone on, has definitely stepped up in a number of ways.
That's
here.
a goal.
But unfortunately for them, right now,
that's a goal. How's this go in?
Just isn't enough. A Tau.
Vatira beats one off the wall.
2-0 on the board.
I don't think Chicago or LJ were expecting it leads to a goal. They were pushing up.
Stepping into the old trousers.
All right, this game could get out of hand. KARMINE looking solid, man.
This is exactly where we
KARMINE does one of their kickoffs. The Gentleman's kickoff. Dude, kickoff strats have become so big this season.
Try and work your way through, but it's going to be a real task. Hoxer wanting to begin ticking that task off the list as soon as he possibly can. Dead on halfway through the game now.
To the dudes who are just sitting in here roasting in
after showing their
teams,
defensive
you need a life.
play and not really thriving with it in game number 2, they want to move a lot more onto the offensive side of the game.
You can see Chicago just going for every single demo that he can find, just trying to buy
you?
time for
Yeah,
SSG to
literally. I'm like always shitting
ball,
on you
fall
randomly
back into
throwing
that
a
blue
jab.
half, but
I mean, they look great
continue
now. I
to
can't
get
throw a
sent
jab.
Back home
We've gotten outplayed
into the
today.
orange. Rise up
I'll
next,
give y'all
takes
that.
the low challenge there, but Hawks are to collect. Great little disruptive touch.
Don't
from
be
Rise,
upset,
too.
though,
I
when
like
G2
how he
is
does
hoisting
that.
the trophy.
He doesn't mind if it doesn't fall back into his own
Right?
hands. He knows it's enough
that energy.
time for one of his teammates to follow up behind him and take this away.
Minute 50. KARMINE CORP still with his 2-goal lead. SSG maybe looking a little bit shaken, not realizing, gosh, okay, you haven't been at LAN since you competed in Denmark, and yet here you are. We've barely seen you compete in the European regionals. You were knocked out so
I mean, at this point, yeah, we've accepted it.
It's a new game,
we
right?
knew
When you
G2
come
was our
back
only
to
hope.
Worlds after being away for so long, whether it's been
EU, you
so
guys
long
got
since
what?
competed
You got
in a World
BDS who could
Championship
win
or
it.
just on LAN in general, having
You
months
got K-Corp.
in between that in-person competitive feel, just it shakes things up. And if there's a time to try and do that, it's now. But KC
Vitality, they ain't
to the
winning
old
this.
game. They're
Fuck
still
that.
up 2-0.
Gentlemen, they
just
could win.
over a minute left.
I think
Vitality
Chicago
is like
takes
good
home
for a
the
top
weirdest save
4.
of the day award, I would say. Just flying in front of the net and saving it with the tip of his car.
Vitality can make top
Chip
4,
over
but I
the
don't
top.
see them
Tira
winning
can't
it.
make that one work on that occasion, but Chicago makes it awkward for his teammates to try and work their way through. Rise with the pancake attempt. Going central, 1-2. Chicago now back towards the middle. This final 45, Space Station Gaming, they started with exclamation marks. And they
I was
have
just naming
bent
the
and
EU
curled
teams,
into
guys, that I think
question
could
marks
win.
But whether they are going to be able to
Zen
bring it
follows
back
Cap.
against this team that we've
Come on,
not
bro,
seen
we
for a
talking
long
about,
old while.
Oh man, KC just has been on the tail of everyone.
They need that.
LJ sets up Hawks,
Okay.
though,
They need one more.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
SSG are back in the game.
And you
Hey,
know
if K-Corp
what?
can
A
do
lot
it, we
more
can do it.
composure on their cameras.
LJ gets a good beat.
Shouting, no trying to throw off KC.
Hawks
no trying
gets
to
the
get in
read.
their heads, playing their own
My old
game, being
teammate from
very
Xset,
introspective.
right?
That
Had to let you guys know I
introspection has to
wasn't shit.
turn to an explosion, though.
It's cool to see him going on and do big
One more goal
things.
for them to wrestle back in game number 2.
They do one of their
Little bit
fake
safer
kickoffs. They
kickoff
get a
there
free
for KARMINE
possession
Corp.
from
They stay
it.
back in preparation for
Monty
Space
goes
Station
over
coming
one.
their way
Monty's
there.
dancing with
They
him.
take it back. Chicago's going to send this one upfield. A Tau to stop it in its tracks. And here comes
All right,
Chicago
15 seconds.
and LJ. Both of
Can
them
they get a
unable to
decent
make
look?
any connection. It's just Rise all over the field, wasting every precious
I don't
second
like it.
that SSG needs
I like this,
to make
though.
one
LJ!
last play. LJ not over Vatira. 2 seconds left on the clock. This one, if it hits the ground, KARMINE CORP.
Oh,
Good
my
play,
word.
match,
Ah!
the double is wide, and that's on the ground.
Fuck.
KC to match point.
That was
Bro, I actually thought he was just going to
terrifyingly
shoot it
close.
instantly and get
If
it
you're
when he had.
Case
You
as well,
believe
being
in the
very hot
reverse
through those
sweep?
first
Put a 1
games.
in the
You
chat.
don't see them have to actually take their
If
foot off
fuck
the brake
no,
a
put
little,
a 2.
off the accelerator a little bit. Will Atto care? He does go for a big push immediately, so maybe not.
Wow.
For
Wow,
KC,
bunch of
they're
haters.
like, all right,
Noted.
it was actually just a breather a little bit, but we're not letting up at all. LJ off the backboard, tries to go for the double, doesn't find the angle. Great stop there from KC, but SSG coming in with
Oh,
a new level
shit.
of power in the first parts of this game.
All right,
If
come
he
on,
missed
lock
there,
it
though,
in,
for
lock it in.
LJ Rise then forgoing the ball, going for the man instead, tries to
So
two-foot him out the
if
sky.
if
First
SSG
30 seconds,
loses
LJ
this,
trying to go for a
NA
fake,
will
but
be
Atto
1
throws
and
his
3 on
face
the
straight
day.
at it. Chicago tips it on. Hawks are very awkward here. Wants to go for the bump on that final man does Rise, playing again.
It's all right, it's a
very
long,
off-ball.
long
And did we
week.
not see that when they were incredibly dominant
Nothing
in
to
Europe
stress about.
in the first major qualifiers this year? It was Rise going for immense off-ball pressure.
Oh man, well now he's trying to get in on the action there, tried to get the pass over to him, didn't find it. A towel though, for other reasons, will find his way through.
Everybody had their eyes on Rise here. Hawks say he can't do too much. LJ taps it
LJ
on. Hawks
LJ
then
tried
suddenly
taking it off of
looks,
Rise's
sees that
car,
Atto's there,
but he had
has
no
to
boost
chuck
and he
it in
couldn't get
reverse,
back up
can't
to
quite
it. It
get
just
back
leads
there
to a
fast
free
enough.
shot.
Bottom corner found. Atto
For
securing
Atto.
the lead for KARMINE Corp in this third incredibly important game.
Back off.
Tomorrow
kick off
will be
KARMINE
different.
Corp immediately in that SSG half.
We'll be good.
Rise doesn't get the beat on LJ. LJ is clear though, does fall to the hands of Atira, and that's a rough one because once it falls to the hands of a KC player, they are going to keep it very, very close. SSG around the corner here, trying to break on in, but every touch seems to go to a mini no man's land.
They're trying to clear it away as well across your own goal face. Will not be as successful every time, KC. Hawks was nearly there to sink it, did make contact, Unfortunately for him, the ball was
someone tell me how
quick
Swiss
to actually
works?
get it towards the net.
Yeah, so you have to win 3 series before you lose 3 series. If you win, you play another team that just won. If you lose, you play a team that's coming off a loss.
The other series, the vision is there for SSG. The execution.
And if you're 0-2, then you play a team that is dropping down from a loss.
Like a smidge.
So you have to win 3 before you lose 3.
I will say
that's pretty much how it works. And then that's the put yourself into the bracket.
They've given SSG
if you win 3.
the ample opportunity to use that backboard so many times now.
Miko, thank you for the 9-month sub. I appreciate it.
Fail them if they do not start to cover that. But SSG, not too worried, gonna still take the chances they have. But KARMINE Corp taking the shots and the opportunities of theirs. Here comes Rise.
Fuck off.
And that chip coming through with Rise. I'm pretty sure putting an L on his
Atto doubles it.
forehead,
Hoxer doesn't make contact. That's a rough goal to give up.
Hollering and jeering at his North American
Fellas, remember,
opposition,
if you
KARMINE
are
Corp,
here
they
late to
begin
the
their
stream,
romp
I'll
into
be doing
round 2.
reruns right after the stream. I'll throw the rerun on. That way, if you guys want to get your drops and all that shit.
Is a
watch some of the series you missed, hang out, go for it,
in Rise's world,
I'll be replaying the VOD until I go live tomorrow morning at 10:15 a.m.
And now to see him heavily on all of these offensive attacks, finding so many
greedy
shots.
ass reruns.
He's got 3 shots of his
sorry,
own,
bro.
1 goal already through. KARMINE Corp, like we said, it's just
we can farm drops,
back.
yeah.
They're back in the swing of things. They remember the feeling of winning all the time, and there's just no slowing it down.
They run the tempo in this game, and they are forcing SSG to play by their songbook. LJ is going to have to make sure that he can whip it back. Gets a beautiful touch round 1, round 2. Rise now central. Atto, Demo on Hoxer. But when's the last time SSG made it out of their half? Who cares? Because Chicago.
How the hell did they just? Did he pinch it with somebody?
So LJ tried to just keep it out, just get a touch on it, but
Atto trolled that.
Chicago.
All right, he gives them one.
They catch KARMINE Corp off guard. They're back in this. It becomes winnable. Only a 1-goal lead with 2 minutes to go.
Bit of scary news here, though, for SSG. Despite managing to score that goal, they have lost both previous games 2-1. So far, going by the
thank you for the 9-month sub. I appreciate it.
On Manfield and Forbidden Temple, they're going to be hoping that this third map is going to be just a little bit different. The 1-2, the final save from Rise, gets it through. Top corner, not found. Chicago denting the crossbar.
Just a little bit too much power on that shot. You do have to be mindful and know when to slow things down a little bit if you are SSG. But flip side, KARMINE Corp, they're not slowing down by any means. They're still keeping the pressure going. LJ and Hoxer push this one up.
What the fuck? Are we playing Boomer Ball?
All the power in the world to send it back. And Chicago Flick completely stopped.
If anybody wants to claim for whiplash on that one,
hey, thank
with
you,
the camera, then absolutely you can. I know that I'm going to be. Good lord, the pace.
I mean,
on the ball
Corp are just playing really solid.
80 seconds.
That's all there is to say. They're just doing their job playing solid.
Atto, backboard. No chance for him.
They're doing everything they got to do.
Final defender in Chicago. And the tempo from KARMINE Corp is starting to not be quite as dominant as we have seen before. Space Station Gaming wrestling back, just a bit of control. However, they only have 50 seconds to make sure that the game stays at this kind of level and in fact goes more into their favor.
Exactly.
Yeah, it should be
up. Here comes Hoxer.
All right, come on, SSG. Give us one more good chance.
What we saw in the last game, making the last final push in the most pressurized moments
Give
of
one
a game.
more
the
good
last
chance.
30 seconds are here. Here comes a Tau to the backboard. This one off, and LJ's touch sends us upfield. You already see Hoxer there waiting and ready to go, but KARMINE Corp just stopping every bit of hope.
Get one chance.
Picking up any boost they can on their way through as well, wanting to make sure that no other goals find their way down. LJ going long to Hoxer. Instead, it's
here it is.
Atto. Hoxer now again.
Damn, bro. If that got around and he got the bump.
A chance midfield for Atto to play more nonsense ball. Keep it away from any orange player.
Bro, we really
LJ,
just went 1-3 today.
Space, time.
I'm gonna fucking
doesn't
throw
have
up.
the composure.
This one's still up. A Tau takes it away. LJ, a little bit of boost to work with, but this clear could be deadly. It's caught by Chicago in the corner, still in play. Hoxer,
come on, boys!
Dreams alive as this one pitches up.
We all know this shit's down.
Going Rise and a Tau. They spot each other. They want the ball dead, but LJ says no. He's still going past Fatira towards the backboard. This one's floating in the corner in front of the net, but it's down. KARMINE Corp survive.
Oh my word! How many chances? How many times did they keep that ball off the floor at 0 seconds? 30 seconds. That was off the floor. They had a chance. It had to be a snapshot. And unfortunately for them, they couldn't quite
All
secure it. KARMINE Corp on their first outing at LAN since Copenhagen.
K-Corp moves to 1-0.
They take home the win. And the blue
SSG
wall reigns supreme.
And then he has to stay on the wall.